Angel Accounting, 456-1606. Hey, welcome to I'm Art Bell, and you know I have the Bigelow Foundation, you know, for this when you come up to probably get their number on the air during the course of the show. But all right, I think we're going to enjoy this evening's program. My guest is going to be Ray Fowler, but first we're going to have to go to Michigan. We're going to find Linda Howe, and we're going to find out what she's doing in the state of Michigan. Good evening, Linda. What in the world are you doing?
This weekend, a seminar was held in which investigators got David Jacobs, the Temple University Social School in the Down Area 2010. Talked with mental health professionals and teachers about the U.S. The seminar is proposed by the Robert Bigelow sponsored local survey in 1991, which focused on personal experiences. According to Bud Hopkins and David Jacobs, that survey indicated that perhaps 1 in 50, 1 in 50 Americans following the reflections involve more aspects or characteristics which may indicate some cognitive involvement with that syndrome. If so, education about especially in the mental health profession. This was the sixth in a series of such seminars that have been held around the country. And your guest tonight, Raymond Fowler, has been an important and long-time investigator in the adoption syndrome, doing the very important book about the study and raising pace. And I think this will be a very important program for listeners because the human abduction syndrome is perhaps one of the most puzzling subjects right now in this entire phenomenon. I've also visited the laboratory, Dr. W. Levinson, worked so hard in that for years on analysis of plants from crop formations in the United States, Canada, Australia, and England. One of his most important findings is a change in plant cells that indicate an intense energy has been applied to these plants in a very short period of time, only seconds compared to the 2 or 3 hours that known cultures have taken to create man-made formations. I'd like to play an excerpt from a conversation I recorded today with Dr. Levinson that he talked to me about evidence.
For years as there is a consistency to within the plant cell, which indicates a very how do we know that? We are training anatomical structures inside of the plant called cell wall clips. These cell wall clips do our research. We found that when the cells, it expands like a balloon. And these cell wall clips expand on the surface just like when you stop the balloon, you stop on the next minute. Then it disappears, the cell goes back to the original state. The cell wall has physical elastic first we have to understand and stretch the doesn't return to its original shape.
So we would look under a microscope at the plant that came out of the formation in England. You might find the change just making more than a plant that was affected by some energy that's jetting out.
That's right. It's familiar and they make things called statistical analysis. from the crop formation. And you say, well, even the rest. Now, what it means to found is if the heating is continued, we can duplicate this in the microwave. But only get heated very briefly in a microwave. And this is like an ordinary microwave in your kitchen, where the heat is treated internally in the plant cell very rapidly. If that heat continues beyond 3 seconds, then the cell expands, but then it begins to collapse, and the average size of the cell
Now that seems to me to be one of the fundamental points that the general public does not understand. Whenever it comes to cross circles, some kind of an energy from a biophysical, biochemical point of view. But whatever the class is being now, so product of these plants is used.
exactly. There's anything that's heated this fast. For this amount of water, or the heat, from the plant cell. And we verify that that's the fact that it's right on top.
People who made it good hours to make one of the formations.
That's right. You could never, you buy that kind of energy.
You had them from working
With a one also perfect wide, the arms of the Y, right over there, the time is black, but only in these process places. Yeah, right. Like, no idea is what the left, but if the examination continues, we can see the kind of things like mold and stuff like that. And this is verified as being exactly that by using microscopes. This one is very common because it's a blood disease for the product that the heart was found by the fingers versus the outside. Now, the other we saw the place over the gas, they were not burned and not particularly injured. And they look the same as those outside the center catchment area. So the big problem is, where did this carbon come from? It finally dawned on us that this was not coming from anyone. It was right on the side itself. It was a very, very superficial layer. And it consisted of all what's known as a superionized layer. This is a hydrocarbon substance, like a wax coating. That is a superionized layer. But there's just a hydrocarbon wax. And what was happening here is this energy, this heat energy was so rapid, and it also was a special producing atmosphere. As opposed to the normal oxidizing atmosphere that this is another factor. very rapid.
And ours, Dr. Levengood is now studying soil samples and plant samples from people in Michigan and other parts of the country where they have had either rings or circles in their backyards or front yards seemingly associated with what we now call the human abduction syndrome. And what is interesting is that in that soil, and in some cases in the abduction syndrome, appears to be hard or fake or dead, has found that in some of the plants of rings and circles in the yards of abductees are planted, they grow at an accelerated rate, exactly as he has found from plant samples in the various countries that he has studied the last 3 years.
Wow. Do you find yourself now drawn more to the abduction aspect than you have been?
I think it has been equally interwoven in my own investigation work since I did a strange harvest back in 1980 because of the George case. I had not been aware of the whole abduction syndrome until I started working on a strange harvest, and that is what led me to the Judy Jordan and Cindy Kendall case, and that was the mother and daughter who had been traveling with their family in Houston, Texas in May of 1973. And it was an incident of 5 people in a car, apparently almost time, but no one has any conscious memory of what happened during the event. And that's something that Ray Fowler probably tonight could go into the whole issue. There are multiple instances, and there are cases of where there are people in a car that seem to be simultaneously affected by amnesia. It's part of this manipulation of our minds that we don't understand very well.
Has there been any hypnosis done in that case?
Yes. I did a strange harvest. I worked with Dr. University of Wyoming with shooting the mother. And that case came about in one of the ways that Sister Dawson cases. She had been suffering very severe headaches, and she had been having nightmares, but she had no conscious memory of any event that related necessarily to these headaches and the nightmares. She sought out a medical doctor for treatment of her headache, and it was the medical doctor that suggested that perhaps it was related to some sort of psychological trauma that led to hypnosis. And in hypnosis, she could see a beam of light that had an animal going up in it, but she could not clearly see what the animal was in that first hypnosis session. Later, while I was working on a strange harvest, that case became known to a group in Arizona that were also working on the entire UFO phenomenon, all its complicated process. They got me in touch with her, and eventually we did the hypnosis session, and she wrote her amnesia completely. I saw a brown and white cat going up in the beam of light. 10 years later, her daughter would have been a teenager, 73, and had rejected everything about that night. Had rejected her mother's claims that there was something unusual. Finally got out herself, and in her own independent hypnosis with Jack Cancer in Missouri, she also saw a brown and white cat going up in a pale beam of yellow light to an unidentified object in the sky. And that's how, through my entire research and mutilation, I came into the human abduction syndrome.
That is possible.
Yes, because you have to be some kind of verification. And in their case, the mother never talked with the daughter, and in fact, the family have stories about how the daughter never wanted to hear anything about what her mother or anybody would have to say, no matter what. So you had a resistance to the entire idea of UFOs or anything else.
Perhaps some sort of psychological protective mechanism.
Yeah, the daughter was extremely resistant to voice the subject, and eventually, which does happen sometimes, and Ray probably has cases whether it's injury or some other way, people are nagged by someone. Eventually, as Cindy got older, something bothered her, and she eventually went into hypnosis, and out came a very, very similar story.
Well, I sure do thank you for all of this. Fascinating stuff.
So, and to know that there's a circle in Yard in Michigan right now that soil and plant samples are being studied by the biophysicists who absolutely did not 3 years ago think that we were dealing with anything but meteorology.
All right, Linda, are you going to be back in Philadelphia next week?
Yeah, that's
All right, we'll look for you and we'll report back.
it. Yeah, my guest, Ray Powers.
Thank you. And Ray Fowler, indeed, coming right up. Lorena D. Fowler was born in Salem, Massachusetts, and received a 3 degree and with GTE, we don't have Roy as the past master and senior planner involved with major weapons systems development. He is quite a contributor to ufology. He's respected by UFO researchers throughout the world. His investigative reports have been published in congressional hearings, military publications, newspapers, magazines, and professional journals in the USA and abroad. The USA UFO Project's chief scientific consultant, Dr. J. Allen Hynek, has told Raymond Fowler an outstanding UFO investigator who is more dedicated, trustworthy, and persevering. Ray currently serves as National Director of Investigations on the Board of Directors for the Mutual UFO Network, an international group investigating UFOs. He has appeared on over 200 radio and television shows around the United States since 1963. He is a 3 times published author. He is director of his own planetarium observatory and a very popular speaker. With you, here all the way from Massachusetts, is Ray Fowler. Good evening, Ray. Are you there? Excellent. I don't know about excellent. Seems to be a little bit noisy. Maybe it's on my end. I can try a different channel if you'd like to hold it for a second. Let's switch and see if it's or on the other hand, it may just be in the line of as a matter of fact, it is. Here we go again a little bit. Okay, well, this is something else to read out and we'll get back to the program. I take it that you heard Linda's report. Yes, I did. Very, very interesting. I've heard about his work before. I think you can personally describe it. You have been an investigator for Yukon for how long, right? I started out as a state director for the state of Massachusetts probably back in the 70s. After I got out of NICAD, the National Investigation Bureau. All right. You must run into all kinds of fascinating stuff. Tell us a little bit about it, if you would, and what exactly do you do? Do you go running about different parts of the country and investigating some of these cases? I was made director of investigations for Yukon. I really didn't cite investigations or just record reports. I was more involved with abduction reports and also in putting together a field investigators manual from Yukon, keeping that up to date, and receiving telephone calls from people all over the country who had UFO experiences. My duty was really to refer them to the state directors for Yukon. A lot of on-site investigations. I refer a lot of cases, and I picked a few cases that I'm very interested in, giving the FBI treatment, maybe spend 2 or 3 years investigating just one report rather than just an on-site investigation of a regular UFO report. I'm spending more time on the abduction phenomenon. Right now, I'm concentrating on a factor of the abduction phenomenon that I think deserves further study, and that's the paraphysical nature of some of these abduction reports. The one that Linda just mentioned, for example, the Judy Doherty case is fascinating because it's involved in out of the body experience as well as a physical abduction. And in my correspondence with, I must have gotten around 4,000 letters in response to the watchers and personal contacts, I find that a certain percentage of the abduction reports involve OBE. And being a nuts and bolts person for so many years, I sort of ignored things like this, and a lot of other investigators are too. So right now, I'm concentrating on that facet of the abduction phenomenon. It's fascinating, and I think that it should be given the FBI treatment as well. And I'm trying to do that right now.
I talked to a lot of serious investigators, Ray, and many of them now seem to feel that the abduction aspect of the whole UFO controversy is the best path to follow. We're trying to prove something, or trying to finally put our hands on some real evidence. Would you share that view?
Yes, I would. And another thing I'm very interested in, left on abductees, I'm collecting dozens of photographs of scoop marks in exactly the same location. But if you lay these off the table, many of them you would think were on the same person, in the same place, the same size. They may vary a little bit. I think this is one aspect that has to be looked at too.
Where are these marks generally on the body?
Well, usually, but not always. Usually, they're on the leg over the tibia or shin bone. Another place, sometimes on the back and forehead, but the most common one that I'm finding is just over the shin bone.
Are these marks, when you see them, always in a healed condition, or are some of them that are more recent actually not healed all the way, or what do you find?
Most of the ones I've seen are healed. If you've read the Watchers and know about some of the things I reported from my own personal life when I went to the dermatologist, he said it was in the process of healing. Been able to get to anybody where, except Jack Wiener, and his seems to be healing as well. He's one of the Allegheny abductees. I've never been able to get to someone other than myself the next day to see, what it looks like. Usually you get these reports, months or years after they happen. Most people don't even know what these things are. They'll have a close encounter with UFO sighting, and they'll have flashbacks or dreams of an abduction experience. And finally, a certain percentage of them get involved with a UFO investigator, and lo and behold, they look at that scoop mark and they say, wow, this is a benchmark of the abduction phenomenon, and ask them, when did they get that? And you may remember it usually coincides with a UFO experience.
How many people do you suppose, and this is speculative, I guess, have had experiences, what percentage of them seem to recall it? I know that the doctors did a big study on it, getting serious
I would say that 150 has exhibited the typical benchmarks or characteristics of an abduction experience, but that hasn't perhaps qualified them as an abductee, because there may be some other phenomena that are involved that don't coincide with the abduction phenomenon. I would say that probably a high percentage of that 1 in 15 may have had an abduction experience. I think there's no real way of telling. I think this is the first step. I think that these people, a certain percentage of these people should be chosen and investigated further, and then a percentage maybe not of that.
All right, wait, hold on just one sec while I ID the station, and we'll be right back. This is Area 2000. I'm Art Bell. It's Sunday evening.
From Candy Gardens Plaza downtown, this is KDWN Las Vegas.
Good evening, everybody. This is Area 2000. My guest is Ray Fowler, all the way from the state of Massachusetts. And we're talking about abductions this evening. Are you still there?
I still am.
Good. What in the world, I'm going to backtrack a little bit now, got you interested in this whole field of work? I mean, how did you come to it?
Well, I was interested in experimental aircraft and space travel as a teenager back in the mid-40s when flying discs appeared in headlines all over the country, and the Air Force took an interest. I took an interest as well, and as a teenager just began collecting information on the subject. And on July 4th, 1947, had my own daylight disc sighting. And when I was working on a farm, in broad daylight, I saw this disc-shaped object, which I thought was a parachute, first drifting along. It got closer. I saw that it was a person in those broad lines. It descended the falling motion. So that really piqued my interest. In fact, he was straight with us 2 days after and then they had nothing to do with the area. I think it was become apparent that the discs were not experimental aircraft, and that our government, other governments launched investigations. I became extremely interested. During my tour with the Air Force Activity Service, I came across various people who had been directly involved with the UFO study, and it was being taken very seriously. So when I got out, I began to perform on-site investigations myself, to NICAP, and NICAP, the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena at that time, their state director, Walter Webb, who was represented by a time in Boston, sort of took me on as on and kind of trained me investigator. From there, I became state director and then became involved with the University of Colorado Air Force Sponsored Study, and with training center to UFO studies from UFO. So it's been sort of an evolution.
Sounds that your own site did it, right?
Yes, and when I look back in retrospect, and after I did the recognize what happened in my early childhood, also might have been involved with these experiences. I think that perhaps my interest might have been subconsciously influenced by that. That's just something that's in my past. But the burning research as soon as I appeared in my 1947 movie.
Can you tell us about the aggressive case?
Yeah, there was a lot of activity in Massachusetts, and no one had really looked into an abduction report locally here, and we contacted Mr. Heine, asking if there was anybody in Massachusetts that had reported an abduction experience, and we sent a copy of a letter that came from a pediatrician and lived in South Boston, Massachusetts. And she was a very religious person, was Christian, and she interpreted her experience. And she said, when you took that out of the experience, it was a typical abduction experience. These things, like the vendors and so forth, into the house. All she could remember was from entering the house.
I'm a little curious, in what way did she connect it to her religious faith? What did she feel had occurred to her?
She felt that because these things could come through the door, through the things they did, that she was involved with angels. And so we decided to I did a rugged character reference check on her, for example, of decided that she was a sane person. And we conducted a couple of years of hypnotic regression sessions, and for the creation of the phase 1 investigation, actually been 3, and I'm on a 4th now. And she was being taken out of the house. Her family were left behind with one entity. They were put in sort of a state of suspended animation, except for her daughter. Once in a while, the entity was on her out of the state. But she was taken and given a physical examination, and a lot of strange things happened to her, and then returned to the house. And we thought that was the end of it. But while she was on the operating table, they took something out of her nose. And we tried to find out how that got in there at that time, but she became so emotionally upset that the hypnotist didn't want to push it any further. So it wasn't until later on when she was available again, she had moved to Florida, that we did a phase 2 investigation and found out that something had been, her eye had been taken out and something had been, it's been a long investigation. I'm doing the phase 4 investigation now. That there's just a wealth of detail, not only with Betty, but with members of her family. It seems this is a family phenomenon.
She must be a very patient lady to go through these years of research.
She feels that she's supposed to be doing this. They told her that she was supposed to be doing this if you accepted it face value. And she is very willing, but sometimes I feel very badly for her when she's reliving some of these experiences.
What kind of detail did she give you about the beings that had taken her?
Well, the beings that had taken her initially were probably about 4 to 4.5 feet tall, with head shaped much like an inverted pear, with large mongoloid eyes, a diminutive nose, slit for a mouth, and holes for ears, maybe a tiny earlobe. Almost like a skater, along just above the floor and above the ground. They could take right angle turns. When they came into the house, they left one behind, and they came in a row. And as they came in the door, through the door, they would appear and disappear. There'd be sort of a wisp of like vapor behind as they came in. They came in, appear, disappear. When they went out, there was a spot in this line of entities, and she was swept off her feet, through the door as well, which is another typical characteristics of people being taken through doors, through walls, through windows with these beings. That was that particular type of entity. Another type of entity that she has seen and others have seen with these.
That first one that you described, though, that is the one commonly described again and again and again, isn't it?
It is. And another type of entity that seems to be controlling the activities of these entities, very much like us. They don't have the jumpsuit garments that these small ones have, these almost skin-tight garments, but they look anything like what an extraterrestrial would look like. They wear white robes. They're about 7 feet tall. Some have blonde hair, some have gray hair, they have blue eyes. And they, like the entities, communicate by telepathy and seem to be behind the whole thing. There is an intermediate entity that looks just like the small ones, but taller, that seems to be in control too. There seems to be a pecking order here, if you accept all of this at face value.
Have you concluded through your research anything at all about motive? In other words, what they're doing or why they're doing it?
It's hard to know at this juncture. What we do know is that one of the things that usually happen during these abductions is that sperm and ova are extracted from male and female abductees. Then there's a big leap of faith. If we take at face value what some abductees, including Betty, are told by the abductors, there seems that, and I can't explain this really, I'm trying to, there seems to be a symbiotic genetic relationship that exists between them and us. In fact, what they told Betty was that those 3.5, 4.5 foot beings were actually human fetuses that have been removed from human surrogate mothers and grown outside the womb. And when you hear things like that, and when you look at these things, these hairless things, and you look at the mongoloid eyes, and you say to yourself, wow, and so many people describe them as looking like fetuses. I wonder if what she allegedly was shown is real.
In other words, you would expect more human characteristics from a human hybrid.
Yeah. It would seem, again, if you take them, what they told Betty at face value, that they claim that they're doing this because mankind is becoming sterile, And several years after that was said, I began to read newspaper reports about this very thing.
Because mankind is becoming sterile? I'd always heard it the other way, Ray, that they were taking some sort of genetic something or another from us because their genetic code had become...
I was just going to get to that as well. They're having problems as well. But what they're saying is that mankind is becoming sterile. And as I mentioned, several years after this was told her, a number of major newspaper articles came out that indicated, I think, was 50% drop over the last several decades of sperm count in males. Yeah, so that's very interesting. I guess all you can say right now is that they seem to be interested in the reproductive systems of male and female. They take sperm and ovum, and they seem to be doing what we might call a genetic engineering program of some kind. If you accept at face value the surrogate mother and removal of fetuses, then you probably could go all the way and say yes to what Betty witnessed on photographs of these from a woman and put in tanks and so forth. Could be true.
Ray, that sounds as though, if you take it as you say at face value, there's some sort of proprietary interest in us, and you can choose not to answer this question if you wish, but would you think that might mean that they would be our creators or interested in us after the fact?
They claim, and again, you see it, as an investigator, more or less a reporter, and what they told Betty, since we're talking about Betty, that they have been around since our beginning. And that would probably imply that they may have had something to do with our beginning. There's a tremendous leap in evolution, back, if you go back and look at the beginnings of man, one could speculate that they tampered with a pre-human being, if you were, and made them in their own image. But that again is sheer speculation at this point.
Well, that would indicate they would have a lot more genetic knowledge than that which we've amassed about ourselves so far. And it looks as though an awful lot of diseases, maybe even cancer and AIDS and some of the rest of them, may have genetic solutions if there is ever to be a solution. And one would almost long for them to assist us in one of these areas.
Well, that kind of brings up another question. Why haven't they, or are they doing something that we are over the centuries and so forth that has been helpful through these production experiences? You know what? You wonder why over and over and over again that they're doing these things. Not just talking about the alleged fetus removal, but why are they taking making punch biopsies? Why are they taking sperm? Why are they taking ovum? Why are they interested in us physically? And so many people. There's got to be a symbiotic relationship between them and us. And what they seem to be saying is that their survival is dependent upon our survival. Well, you can speculate what that might mean.
Has anybody toyed with the idea? I understand that a lot of people who claim to have been abducted are frequently abducted and then re-abducted and re-abducted. And I wonder if it might be possible to, crazy as this may sound, in a sense, send them a message.
Send who a message now?
Well, send the abductors a message through an abductee. In other words, with the presumption that somebody is going to be abducted once again, as seems to be the case so many times, simply give them a message from us and try to open some channel of communication.
Well, they can communicate. My opinion is that's no problem. They could communicate anytime they want. I think this is one of the reasons one of the reasons that they consider the threat to national security. As I was talking to scientists who worked for the Air Force, one of the Air Force projects, and they felt because of the invasiveness of the phenomenon.
Well, there?
Yeah, that was invasiveness of the phenomenon, that you have to treat something like that as a threat. In fact, some of the early documents through the Freedom of Information Act indicate that I have one right here, that action which must be contacted by friendly aircraft and radar. So when you have something that violates a country's airspace, doesn't identify itself, can outpace anything that you send up to do something with it, you don't know where it comes from, you don't know what it's doing there, and it disrupts weapon systems, and does all kinds of things. You can see, from a military point of view, that this must be treated as a possible or potential threat.
I certainly do. That brings us to question about contact rate. I've come to the conclusion after doing talk shows about this for years and years that there are a lot of people with religious faith out there, a strong religious faith, that would be terribly challenged by contact by these beings. If there was some great official, the saucer landings of the White House kind of deal, a White House lawn kind of deal, that unless they were protected, if they contacted the wrong way, a lot of people would try to do these beings, and society really may not be ready for contact. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm a devout Christian myself, and I must say that this caused me to really expand my faith to the consternation of some of my peers, who some of them feel that the existence of extraterrestrial life is nonsense. And you're right. A study made by Russell Institute for NASA back in 1961 indicated that 2 groups in this country would be the most devastated if just the only life was discovered, never mind that discovering us and making contact. The first group was fundamentalist Christianity. The second group, believe it or not, was science and engineers, because technology, they felt, would be so above our science and technology that you could compare to Western scientists with all their equipment, so forth, going into an aborigine tribe and sort of stop their feelings what would be there in some of the science between scientific knowledge. You make that comparison, you're talking about Homo sapiens sapiens on the same planet. We have PhDs from MIT on this planet, and we have aborigines still in the Stone Age. It must be very interesting for extraterrestrial race to be studied.
Yes, indeed. If you had evidence, and I think I asked this too, Ray, if you had incontrovertible evidence that they existed, and you sat down and thought about it yourself, that is, whether you would release it or not, would you?
Sure. I think that when you look back, we're talking about the impact, for example, on science and religion. When you look back to the early days, prior to Galileo, Copernicus, and the rest of them, Kepler, you had a system that was wed to Aristotle's thought about the universe. You had a geocentric universe, and then you had a discovery that sort of turned the world upside down. And it was a very painful process for people to go through. But, here we are, we accept these things as common knowledge, but it was a part of man's evolution. And I think holding information like this back, as disruptive as it might be, is part of man's heritage and evolution. I know that something like this, the abduction phenomenon, for example, crash retrieval bit. All of this was made public as the President of the United States get up and show parts of evidence that all this is going on. But it would cause disruptions. You don't have to do much to cause a stock market crash.
No, you shouldn't.
There are a lot of things that would happen. But again, I feel very strongly that it's something that it's growing up pains for the human race. It's something that we have to go through. And I think that UFO investigators who come into this with their own point of view, with their religious systems, I myself, almost believing that because our world has been turned upside down, as it were, the things that we thought were normal, the way things should be, turn out not to be that way at all. And it's a painful process when you have to start expanding your worldview or your religion or whatever.
Ray, with all that you've investigated, I'm curious if you come to any conclusions about whether these beings are given an opportunity in an abduction situation, would you advise somebody instead, if they could, to run like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think you could run. And second of all, I think if they were hostile, and like we consider hostile, that they could have done something a long time ago. I think they're only hostile because they're something that's completely out of the ordinary. To everybody, I mean, anything unknown is hostile.
Well, it produces fear, that's for it.
Yeah, fear. I mean, to have an abduction experience is not even the equivalent of having your dead grandmother sort of float through the wall and start talking to you. It's so completely out of the realm of possibility, it's probability, that it's awfully hard to accept something like that can happen. Even after it happens, and you mentioned how many people remember this, I think Dr. Bullett's study indicated that maybe 30% of abductees remember most of the abduction without hypnosis. And sometimes they'll come back with flashbacks or something. So it affects a person for life because there are questions that will never probably be answered. They never can tell what's going to happen again. I talk to people sometimes for almost an hour on the telephone, just listening to them. I'm afraid to go to bed, they go to bed, it's the lights on, they lock the doors.
In all the cases you've investigated, how many of them have turned out to be multiple abductions of a single individual? What are the chances, in other words?
40s, and sometimes even after that, but I would say that probably is the baseline, 5 or 6 years old, probably earlier, but how can you tell? Except a few cases where the parents might be witnesses of 30 or 40 years old. And,
Well, that's not much comfort for an individual, is it?
no, it isn't. And I've dealt with a lot of people who, including the Yellow Gas abduction case that I just finished a short while ago.
Yes, the next thing I'm going to ask you about.
Yeah, see, that started with my twins, Bob and again, 5 or 6 years old. They didn't know that. They thought they were dealing with some paranormal phenomena.
I can imagine that people would attach all kinds of different scenarios to it based on their life. In other words, if they're devoutly religious, they're probably having a religious experience. Or if they're in some sort of a new age sort of thing, they calculate they had an body experience.
It was a totally separate experience, but I wouldn't